Hello, you guys. I hope everything is going well. Today, we're going for a faceless video because I wasn't really in the mood to show my face today. But anyway, anywho, you can watch this video in podcast mode. I highly recommend listening to this video if you're doing your laundry, if you're folding your clothes, if you're doing the dishes or cooking. So these are some advice for teenagers that are just entering middle or high school. So my demographic for this video is between 12 and 16. Let's get started with the video. Before I start this video, don't forget to like it, share it with your friend, and subscribe to this channel. Let's get back to the video. First of all, I want to make known that I separate this video in 4 parts. If you want to go to these parts interest you more, please do not hesitate to go to these timestamps that are on your screen right now. For the friends section, first of all, I want to advise you to not change who you are to fit in a group. I know you heard that many times, but trust me, at the end of high school, you will feel lost. And you will feel like you don't know who you are. Life is already hard. Let's not make it harder. And I want to make sure that you know that everyone had to go through that awkward phase that you think you're going through. But to be honest, it's just you growing up and your taste changing. So you do not have to do everything that your friends are doing. You do not have to say everything that your friends are doing. You do not have to agree with everything they believe in. And then I know you are young, but you need to have some discernment on who you are choosing to be your friends. So if you need some help for that, you can, if you have a good relationship with them, you can ask either your siblings or your mom for help on these kind of topics, because it might end up beautifully and you might end up with best friends forever, but you might also end up with the biggest snakes on the planet Earth. So that is why you need to be careful and not, and I'm saying not, talk to people who talk shit about others, because you don't know this girl named Emily, but she's already telling you all the tea of the school. And then I want to tell you that if you gossip with someone, the person will probably gossip about you to other people they know. So I will advise you not to gossip a lot, or just make sure that you talk to people you can trust. And I don't think you can trust someone you just met in 2 weeks. So yeah, be careful what you're talking about at school, because it is a very small community and information shares really fast, and even more with phones, group chats, and Snapchat or whatever. And then you need to stop talking shit on others just to make yourself seem more likable. That's exactly what mean girls do, and that is mean girl behavior, and you don't want to look like that. Also, you do not need to change your appearance or your taste to fit in any group, even though they seem cool on the outside, because let's be honest, we all had some type of admiration for the senior girls that wear makeup, high heels, and very cute outfits. And also, it is the best time to experiment with your fashion style and discover your taste, because when you're going through puberty, your tastes are changing, so your old wardrobe might not fit your current taste.
Thank you in a bit.
For your school life, I will advise you to be nice to the teachers, even though you don't like them. Always try to be polite and nice, and please don't create messes in class. This is a mistake that I used to do. I used to respond to the teachers every time they had a microaggression or they said something that I did not personally like. They always tried to be shady with me and really marked me harder than the other students, even though I had the same answers or whatever. So if you don't want that to happen to you, please be nice and polite to the teachers and do not start messes. If you have a problem, go to your parents or to the principal's office and they will fix it for you. But do not have any interaction with the teacher, especially in front of the other students. And then please do not let your homeworks get bigger and bigger. Please try to make your homeworks and give them when they're due, and try to start your group projects earlier than everybody else. You don't understand how much pressure you remove on yourself, how much stress, how much anxiety you remove on yourself when you actually start to do your homework when they're due. It's a big stress reliever to know that I started it, so I probably have 30 minutes left on this paper and I'm gonna go to do whatever I want to do. Please do not let these get up. I will advise you also to try to romanticize this time where you're on your table, on your desk, studying, or in your room studying. I try to put a playlist of Pomodoro study beats or whatever, or I try to put videos of people that I like Rory Gilmore. We'll link some of my favorite channels down below if that interests you. Studying in the background or on TV or on my phone or on my laptop to make it seem like I'm not alone, and to remove the technology devices that I have off my hands because, they're playing something. Now let's do the relationships part. Okay, so whatever you do, do not date seniors. Do not date people that are 17 and up if you're in middle school or a freshman or sophomore of high school, because let me tell you something. If you're in middle school or a freshman or sophomore of high school, because let me tell you something. There is a reason why nobody in their grades is interested in them, and even if they are, I think it's only for their looks, because someone that is good in their head will never be interested in a person that is younger than them, in the sense of grooming. You know what I'm talking about? So if someone that is 17 and up is interested in you, they're an immediate red flag. Do not go see them. Do not entertain anything with them. You do not really matter. They only want something from you. They do not want to be with you. This is something that appears in relationships with a big age gap. But if someone, especially your partner or your parents, is telling you that what you felt was not real, or that it isn't that deep, or you're acting crazy, or you're good for nothing, or these kind of words, just know that they're gaslighting you and manipulating your perception of the story because it benefits them. Basically, what I'm telling you here is that you're being abused and you're being gaslit. So you should not stay in a situation, and you should avoid that person as much as you can, because they're not good for your mental health, and they would simply make you feel crazy and insecure or whatever. Talking about insecurity, it might be really controversial, but I think I know the reason I'm saying this. So you might think I don't want you to have fun. You might think I don't want you to be like the other girls who are already losing their V cards in 7th grade. But let me tell you something. You should not, in any case, any type of way, losing your V card while you are in middle school or freshman or sophomore of high school. You should masturbate. Yes, baby, I said it. There is no way in hell or heaven you should be letting someone lay on you. No. Babe, I'm sorry. You can hate me, but I don't think it is correct. I don't think you're physically or mentally ready for the consequences that come with these kind of actions, okay? And then please do not hesitate to ask, to seek for resources, or if there's someone at your school responsible for that, ask your nurse, ask your parents if you're comfortable enough about sex education. It is really important to get to know what you're getting into before you get into it, to be mentally prepared if the situation comes up, if you feel ready physically, be able to properly enjoy these experiences. So a lot of resources will be available under this video in the description box. So check the links in my description to know more about it. You can be safe, and you know how to protect yourself, and you know what you're getting into, all the risk, all the good things, all sides of the story, and not only what your boyfriend or girlfriend or just partner is telling you. Now let's go into body changes and perception. So in the age of social media, I want to tell you that it is very hard not to compare yourself to others. So make sure you're carefully curating the content that you are watching and not getting triggering content, because as teenagers just hitting puberty, it is really hard for us not getting triggered, and our feelings are not really regulated. So be careful what you watch, so you don't have emotional breakdowns, or you just don't feel insecure about anything. So I made several videos about being confident and being softer and nicer to ourselves, so you can check it out. The link will also be in the description box. But now I want to tell you that whatever changes that you are seeing, hair growing, acne, scars, or whatever, everything that you're going through right now is normal. The outburst of anger, of sadness, it's all normal because your body is changing. Your hormones are not well regulated and your brain is not well formed. So of course you're gonna do bad stuff. You're gonna mess up a little bit. But that doesn't mean that you have to feel worthless. It's just you changing and growing. So please be a little nice on yourself because the world is already really hard on you. So you're supposed to be your best friend and ally. So my advice for you is to be nicer and softer on yourself. So I want to end this video by saying that I know this is a very confusing period of your life, but trust me, you will figure it out. And even if you don't, you will be able to navigate through it. And if you cannot, please, you can talk to your friends, ask for help, ask for directions, because life puts people that are older than us that already went through some things for them to guide us. And I want to tell you that if you ever need to talk, you can hit me on Instagram. My Instagram will be linked in the description box. I want to make sure that you know that you're not alone and that I love and care for each and every one of you watching this video. So now I'm going to tell you bye because it's time for me to leave. And thanks for bearing with me for this 10 minutes. I love you. Bye.